And those fraud claims triggered a massive crackdown focused on immigrants in the Twin Cities. And now several Minnesota lawmakers are under federal investigation as the Trump administration claims they're interfering with immigration enforcement there on the ground. NewsNation's Alex Caprariello is in Minneapolis with all of those details. And Alex, this probe targets leaders at both the state and local level.
That's right, Markie. 6 high-ranking Minnesota officials have been served those criminal grand jury subpoenas. Essentially, they're going to be investigated for possibly obstructing federal law enforcement here in the land of 10,000 lakes. Let's take a look at the list. We're talking about Governor Tim Walz, as well as Attorney General Keith Ellison and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey. Governor Walz pushing back and using it as an opportunity to invite President Trump to Minnesota to see what's happening here for himself. The Attorney General writing, less than 2 weeks ago, federal agents shot and killed a Minnesotan in broad daylight. Now, instead of seriously investigating the killing of Renee Good, Trump is weaponizing the justice system against any leader who dares stand up to him. President Trump has also threatened to invoke the Insurrection Act in Minnesota, but in an exclusive interview with NewsNation's Katie Pavlich, the president says he doesn't believe that's necessary as of right now.
It might be at some point. It is actually very common. You know, with me, they'll make it like a big deal, but it's been used by over 40% of the presidents during their term. It's something I would have no problem doing if I think we needed it. We have great people in ICE. They're strong people. They're smart people. And I don't think it's necessary yet. You have the agitators, anarchists. You know, I watched sort of everything. I see it all. And I see people screaming, shame, shame, you know. This is not people that are, like, living in Minnesota. These are professional, paid people. They're like actors.
Now the Department of Justice will investigate whether or not these people conspired to prevent federal immigration enforcement from happening. Although it is still happening day in and day out, the Department of Justice says that they've arrested 10,000 criminals just within the last year, 3,000 since this specific operation began.
Yeah, in just a little bit, I have former Minnesota Governor Tim Pawlenty on the show. I'm going to ask him about those numbers and also what he thinks about these 6 grand jury subpoenas. Alex, now you have these new accusations that federal agents are racially profiling people in Minnesota, stopping, frisking, and detaining people without probable cause. What are you hearing on that front?
Yeah, it's fascinating because over the last 2 weeks or so, we've, of course, seen the clashing that's happening between protesters and federal agents. As I just laid out for you, we've seen the fights that are occurring between politicians. But this is really one of the first times we're seeing law enforcement here in Minnesota actually take a stand and talk a little bit about what they're seeing on their end. And really, it required a catalyst. And in this case, it was their own officers actually being racially profiled. That was the reason why they called that press conference in the rotunda of the state capitol. And what we saw was these police chiefs from a handful of towns here within the Twin Cities area say that more than 24 of their off-duty police officers and staff have actually been pulled over and detained by ICE based on the color of their skin within the past 2 weeks. The chief in Brooklyn Park says one of his officers actually had guns drawn on her. He claims the agents dropped their weapons and left once she ID'd herself as a cop, but there was no apology and there was no explanation. But the federal government continues to claim that everything is being done by the book. Take a listen to both sides.
If it is happening to our officers, it pains me to think of how many of our community members are falling victim to this every day.
Our operations are lawful, they're targeted, and they're focused on individuals who pose a serious threat to this community. They are not random, and they are not political. They are about removing criminals who are actively harming Minneapolis neighborhoods.
And obviously what the federal government continues to say is that they are going after the worst of the worst, as you just heard from Commander Bavino, that they are going after targeted enforcement. But the big problem that these police chiefs have is that they feel as if people are being targeted without any sort of probable cause, whether it's a community member, a civilian, an American citizen on the street, or an off-duty police officer. They just want to find common ground with everyone out here and also to make sure that the federal government is doing things in a legal and ethical way. Markie.
And both sides trying to get out front and win the messaging war on this, it seems, too. Alex Caprariello live in Minneapolis. Thank you. We'll check back in.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.